Julie Ryan, noted psychic and medical intuitive, is ready to answer your personal questions, even those you never knew you could ask. For more than 20 years, as she's developed and refined her intuitive skills, Julie used her knowledge as a successful inventor and businesswoman to help others. Now, she wants to help you grow, heal, and get the answers you've been longing to hear. Do you have a question for someone who's transitioned? Do you have a medical issue? What about your pet's health or behavior? Perhaps you have a loved one who's close to death and you'd like to know what's happening. Are you on the path to fulfill your life's purpose? No matter where you are in the world, take a journey to the other side and ask Julie Ryan.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. I'm Julie, your host, and I'm so delighted you could join us this week. My intention in doing this show is to provide information, insight, and comfort to people all around the world by helping to answer life's unanswerable questions. We have several callers on hold already this evening, and we will get to them in just a minute. But this is the show before Thanksgiving week. So tonight's Thursday, the 15th. Actually, Max, my grandson's birthday. He turned 12 today, so he's big time. I'll be taking him to the Alabama football game on Saturday because that's what he wanted for his birthday. Granddad doesn't want to go, so Mimi gets to take him, which is a blast. It's fun. And so we are not going to do a regular show next week. I have pre-recorded a show with a guy named J.A. Plosker, who is an author who he is a professor of comparative religious studies, and he's studied a bunch of the world's great religions and philosophies and come up with what they have in common. And I think he's a really interesting young guy, and he puts things into perspective in a really easy, understandable way. So I interviewed him. We'll play that this time next week. Hopefully you'll all be eating turkey with your families and having a wonderful Thanksgiving. I will send out a note on all social media and on my email blast too to remind you, do not call in next week because we're not going to do a live show. I think it's the only time during the year that I don't do a live show, unless, of course, Christmas falls on a Thursday, which it will eventually. So we're doing that. We had a little dusting of snow here in the deep south this morning. It was pretty funny. Everybody was in a tiz. I think we got maybe an 1/18 of an inch or something. It was just a light dusting. So that was fun. And I kept thinking, I wish we could send some of this rain out to California. My goodness. People in California, God bless you. Hang in there. Stay safe. My old neighborhood actually was evacuated. The North Ranch section of Westlake Village, which is over the canyon from Malibu. So that was frightening. And lastly, I am very excited because His Majesty, my son Jonathan, I call him His Majesty, will be flying in on Sunday night late to join us for Thanksgiving week. So I will be a very happy mommy. I'm happy just thinking about him coming home because I haven't seen him in about 6 months. He lives in Los Angeles, so that will be good too. All right, with that, let's go ahead and go to the phones and see who we have and see what their questions are, and we'll take it from there. Okay, I believe our first caller is Ella. Hi, Ella.
Hi.
How are ya?
Good.
Good. Where are you calling from?
Chehalis, Washington.
Okay, terrific. Well, you got a question for me?
Yeah, I have 2 questions.
Yes, ma'am.
So I have a chicken, Nico, and I have her with me right now, and I just wanted to know if she wants or needs anything, because sometimes she's just a little fussy.
What does she do when she's fussy?
Sometimes she'll just chill out and hang out and just be fine and just look out the window, and sometimes she'll just freak out.
And she acts kind of crazy when she does that?
Yeah, she just doesn't want to be in your hands.
Does she live in the house, inside the house with you?
No, but she'll come in the house sometimes, but they're free range.
Oh, my gosh. How funny is that? You've called in before about one of your other pets, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. What pet was that?
My chicken Snuggle.
Your chicken Snuggle. That's right. You're like the chicken girl. How old are you, Ella?
13.
Okay. Terrific. So you want to talk to your chicken Nico and find out if she needs anything? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to connect to you energetically. I'm going to raise my vibrational level, Ella, to the level of spirit. My eyes are closed. I'm watching a laser beam come from my body here in Birmingham, Alabama. It's going to hook into you in Washington, and we will talk to Nico. How about that? So got you on my radar. My eyes are closed. I can see you in my mind's eye. I can see Nico. So a question for Nico.
Mhm.
What's your question?
I just want to know if she needs anything, like if she wants anything.
She tells me that she's cold.
She's in the house right now.
Okay, but
she might be a little cold.
She's cold a lot. So I don't. Do they have sweaters for chickens? I don't know that I've ever seen that. But
we sleep outside, and it gets probably around 40 degrees at night, and we just put a heat lamp out there. But I don't know if she likes to go in it or not.
Okay, that's what I'm getting. That put some kind of a lamp, heat lamp, or something where they can. Maybe if you can show her where the heat lamp is, like when you take her out tonight, put her in the area where the heat lamp is so she can feel that it's warmer because she's cold. She's telling me she's cold. Okay. And then what's your other question?
So I have another chicken named Nico. Named Wink. And she's with me too. And she's a little different from all my other chickens. I've never had one like her before. And her personality is interesting. I don't let other people really hold her. She's just weird. I just don't know what she wants. It's kind of confusing.
She wants to be the center of attention. She doesn't want you paying attention to anybody else.
Whenever I have one of my other chickens, Noah, next to me, she'll kind of growl at him.
She's just a princess. So
yeah, she just wants to be she wants to have my attention at all times.
Yeah, so just give her affection and tell her she's the princess and you love her, and then go on and play with the other ones too.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
You bet. Thanks for calling. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you too.
Okay. Bye, Ella.
Bye.
That was fun. Very fun. Okay, I believe our next caller is Kristen. Hi, Kristen.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Good, thanks. Where are you calling from?
San Francisco.
Okay, terrific. Well, how are things out there? Are you okay with the fires and stuff? We got a lot of smoke, I know.
Yeah, it's just smoky, but we're not in any danger, so that's good.
Good. Well, you got a question for me?
I do. It's actually calling on behalf of my husband, and I got his permission. I told him I was calling. But he has really bad sleep apnea. He's had it for years, and we went the traditional route, and he got a CPAP and everything, but it didn't work for him. So we were hoping that maybe you could kind of glean any information you could, if there's maybe any food allergies or anything he could do to help with his sleep apnea.
Okay. What's his name, Kristen?
His name's Jack.
Jack. I have a brand new grand nephew. Is that right? My nephew's son. So I guess that makes me his great nephew, I guess. Great nephew, named Jack. Jack Ryan. Is that a riot? When I told Jonathan,
Jack, it's a great name. It's a great name. Yeah.
When I told Jonathan, our son, the baby's name was Jack Ryan, he said, "Well, do they really like Tom Clancy or something?"
Maybe.
I know. And by the way, the Jack Ryan show on Netflix is great. If you haven't seen it yet, For any of you that are listening, him, my husband and I, we watched it, like we binge watched it over a few days. It's great. Really, really good. So just a heads up. All right. So Jack, here we go. Laser beam, heading out to you in the Bay Area. I get Jack on my line. I'm connecting to him from you. All right. He's got a bunch of inflammation in his whole body, I'm seeing. And inflammation, Kristen, just looks to me like red fog over body parts. So let me get that calmed down. I apply anti-inflammatory energy that's kind of a royal blue color, and that'll calm it down so I can see what's going on underneath. So let me see. Well, he's got a bunch of yeast, candida. So Google that. Mm-hmm. The old, if God made it, eat it. If man made it in a factory, avoid it, kind of a diet thing. Stay away from fermented foods, and that will help with the inflammation a lot. Is he overweight?
No, he's really skinny.
He's skinny. All right. What kind of pillow does he sleep on?
He tries to sleep upright, so he uses lots of pillows. Sometimes.
Okay. Does he have issues with his neck? Like his neck hurts? Feels like it's
he had a neck injury like a couple years ago. Maybe that hasn't healed all the way.
Okay. All right. Two suggestions I have. I don't see anything that looks life-threatening to me, even though I know sleep apnea can be. I mean, I don't see any occlusions or obstructions of his airways or anything going on. Two things that come to mind. One is his diet, what we just talked about. Look up the candida yeast, get that under control. Olive leaf extract that you can get at a health food store works really well with that, and so does a prescription called nystatin. So Google those. Okay. And then the third thing is go to a store like Bed Bath & Beyond, or you can get it on Amazon. Get one of the My Pillow pillows.
Okay.
And when are you familiar with that?
I think I've seen like an infomercial for them before.
Yeah. It's like these pieces of foam, and when you get it, you're going to think, Julie has lost her ever-loving mind telling me to go buy this. But I promise, what you do is you can mold it to however it's comfortable, and it holds its shape all night. And I promise I don't make any money off of recommending it. But if he can use that, he can position it on his neck so that his neck's comfortable, and I think that that's going to help. Okay.
Do you pick up on any food allergies or anything with him?
Yeah, processed foods, sugar, processed foods, fermented stuff, which includes alcohol, wine, alcohol, beer. That stuff's all exacerbating the problem. I really think it'll go away if he can do those things. Get the yeast under control, and his diet will help that. And then also get a different pillow.
Okay.
Thank you. I know those.
Thanks so much.
Then, you may want to schedule a private session too, Kristen, and then I can do a really thorough scan of him, and we can check out everything else that's going on. But I know that sleep apnea can be a really big problem. So, and they kind of look like Darth Vader with those masks on and stuff, don't they?
Yeah, they're awful.
Yeah, I know. Okay. All right. Well, thanks for calling.
Thank you so much.
You bet. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. I believe our next caller is Kate. Hi, Kate.
Hi. How are you?
I'm well. How are you, girl?
I'm good.
Where are you calling us?
I'm calling you from Ohio.
Okay. Whereabouts?
Columbus.
Oh, my favorite
where it is
town.
Snowing, and that's so nice. Yes, it's snowing, and it's really, really unpleasant outside.
Oh no, snowing a lot?
No, just enough to be annoying. So.
Oh no!
I know.
Well, I grew up in Columbus. I was born and raised there.
Oh wow!
Yeah. What part are you in?
I live in Worthington.
I grew up in Worthington Hills, girl.
My parents used to live there, and I live in Brookside.
What street did your parents live on?
They lived on Cherry Field back in like the newer part.
Okay, I lived on Fairway Drive on the golf course.
I know exactly where that is.
Near the water tower. Okay, you guys, enough. Sorry. We'll talk. We'll catch up on that another time. But anyways, well, you got a question for me?
I do. You know what? I think I'm just looking for some guidance. Just, am I on the right path? What am I doing? I took a new job about 2 months ago, and it's been really stressful. And I don't know if I made the right choice, and I'm just sort of feeling a little lost.
Okay. Well, what kind of job are you doing?
I raise money for nonprofits.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. That's a big deal. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you work with schools and stuff like that, or are you working for big foundations? What are you doing?
Foundations.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
You know, raising money for schools thing is, that's tough.
It's hard, but yeah. But, you know, there's lots of good causes out there.
Right. Okay, so what is it about the job that's giving you heartburn?
I'm just miserable. Just all the time. And it's very stressful. I'm away from my children. I have evening things several nights a week. There's just a lot of pressure on me to perform. And it's, anyway, I feel lost because I just don't know what I should be doing with myself. And I just lost my grandmother.
So do you have little kids? Do you have little kids at home? Okay.
Yes, very little.
Oh, that's hard. Okay. What were you saying about your grandmother?
I just lost my grandmother about a month ago, almost exactly. And so, it's just been a weird time of transition. And so I just lost her, and I was actually with her when she passed, which was really very special, actually, as weird as that sounds.
Mm-hmm. No, I know. Have you read my book yet, Angelic Attendance?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Check it out, Angelic Attendance, what really happens as we transition from this world into the next. And it will explain a lot to you. It will talk about how angels surrounded her when she passed and as she was dying, and her and your deceased loved ones were surrounding her as well. I believe it will give you a lot of comfort, and I believe the stories that you read in the book will be very heartwarming for you. So that will help you a lot with your grieving, with losing your grandmother. And it's available in audiobook, digital, like on a Kindle, or a digital form, and also in paperback. So if you just go to my site, AskJulieRyan.com, there's links there, but it's available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble and all that jazz. So that's number one. Yeah, number two, the thing that came into my mind with your job is there something you can do from home along those lines with the fundraising? Is there a way that you can, at least several days a week, maybe, work from home?
Yeah, that's a good suggestion.
Does your company offer that option?
Yes and no. I have a lot of sometimes, but not very often.
Okay.
So it's just so difficult. It's when you work in fundraising, you meet with people all the time. So you're always in a lot of meetings, and so there's not necessarily a lot of stuff that you can just sort of do remotely. You can do some, but not a ton. But it's just one of those times in my life where I'm just trying to figure it all out, and I feel really lost because I don't know.
Well, is there a position in your firm, perhaps not what you're currently doing, but something else that you can do for that firm and work from home?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, that might be worth exploring. I mean, I'm getting that, or there may be another firm where you can be in that industry. Are you set on staying in that industry?
Yeah, I would like to, because I really, really enjoy. I know that I love my work. I don't think I'm happy where I'm at for a multitude of reasons. And so, what's funny that you say that is I'm actually going to receive a job offer here in like 2 weeks from another place that may allow me to do things, probably not so stressful, but it feels so strange to be giving up on something 2 months in, 3 months in,
Sometimes those things are just a stepping stone, though.
I think so.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So, let's ask a couple questions. Is it in Kate's best interest to continue to work for the company for whom she's currently working? I get a yes, so let's refine it down at this moment in time. Is it in Kate's best interest? Yes. Is it in Kate's best interest long term? No. There you go. That's number one. Is it in Kate's best interest to stay in the fundraising industry for nonprofits? Yes. Is it in Kate's best interest to work from home in that industry? Yes. Will Kate be able to find a position where she can work from home for part of the time, part of her responsibilities? Yes. I get that too. So I think going in, set the parameters. It sounds like you're a woman in demand, so set the parameters. The other thing is focus on what you like about the industry. Focus on what you like about where you currently are. I think when we're unhappy, we tend to focus on the negative things, and that just gets us in a downward spiral, especially when we're dealing with grief, which you are.
Yeah.
So when it becomes a habit. So when you find yourself on that downward spiral of all these negative thoughts and stuff, change it to something that makes you smile. And then think of something that's good about what you're doing. There's got to be something good, because otherwise you wouldn't have taken the job initially. So think back to what made you take that. And I think that stuff will help you. And get my book. That's going to help you a lot too.
I will. Thank you very much.
You bet. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, let's see who's next. Miss Laura. Hi, Laura.
Hi.
How are you, girl?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm terrific. Please tell everybody where you're calling in from.
Okay, great. So I am actually in New Orleans, Louisiana right now, although I live in Denver, Colorado area.
All right. I was in New Orleans weekend before last.
Oh, that's so fun.
I just missed you. Are you there for the week, or are you just there for a few days, or what?
Yeah, I'm here for clients and a friend's show for basically like half a week.
Wonderful. Have you been there before?
Yes. I actually almost moved to New Orleans. It had such a magical energy, and so Julie and I have connected before. I'm also a psychic medium, and she was on my show. And I have a lot of clients here because people here are into psychics, which is great.
Yes, they are. And voodoo and all kinds of wild stuff down there.
Exactly. Lots of magic.
You're right. I was in the Quarter, in the French Quarter, when I was down there a couple weekends ago, and just the vibe, to your point, when you're walking around down there, just different from any place else I've been in the country.
Absolutely. Yeah, it literally almost feels like a different country. And I mean that in a great way. It's just, it's very unique.
Yeah, it has its own customs, and it's wild. I agree. Well, good. Well, yes, I was on your show, and I posted a thing on all my social media, so everybody go check out Laura's pictures on my Instagram at Ask Julie Ryan and on my Facebook at Ask Julie Ryan, and there are links to our show, and it was such a treat to get to be on your show. I really appreciate it. And actually, I've had several people that heard that interview who've called, so thank you for that.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Yeah, it was a treat to have you on as well. And, I just thought it'd be fun to call and kind of check in. I think I've shifted a lot in terms of health. That's what we were talking about primarily when you were on my show. So, I just thought I'd check in on that and see any other, tips or recommendations that you had since then.
Okay.
When you were on my show, I was really struggling with this kind of cold sinus thing that wouldn't go away, and I think it was actually triggered a lot by Candida, which I hadn't really made that connection. So I think I've shifted that a lot, but it's just that I'm certainly not fighting the cold anymore, so that's good.
Terrific. So you want me to do a quick medical body scan on you?
Yeah, if that'd be amazing.
Perfect. And it's fun, you guys, for us to have somebody else that we respect
totally
zap on us. And Laura, I know you can relate to this because we zap on all these people all over the world.
Yeah.
There are not very many people that zap on us. And so when I run across, of course, I have my mentor, and she's the one who primarily zaps on me. But it's such a treat to meet somebody like you who I respect, who, if I need something, I could call you, too.
Totally. Yes.
So I'm so thrilled you called in tonight. Okay, so here we go. Let me get you on my radar. Here comes my laser beam. Heading down to New Orleans, Louisiana, as they say here in the Deep South. Okay, got you. Shooting energy. All right. Yeah, your candida's way down. You got inflammation though in your chest. Does your chest hurt? I mean, are you feeling kind of like wheezy or coughy or?
I'm not. I would say I feel kind of heavy energy. I don't have any physical symptoms that I know of, but I think I could probably maybe feel that energetically.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to clear that out. I think it's just New Orleans. I think it's when you're in New Orleans, depending on where you are, if you're down in the quarter and stuff, there's so much mold and stuff down there because it's so old.
Totally. Yeah, and I was also, I was in LA area when the fires were, so it could be some from that too.
Right, exactly, because your chest looks inflamed. So I've got that calmed down. What I'm watching is I'm just watching your lungs get sucked out. It's got a bunch of particles in it that are irritating your lungs. So let's just head off any kind of problems at the pass.
Great.
And prevent any kind of congestion stuff going on, especially if you're going to be flying and you'll be heading home, sounds like in a few days. So,
yeah, and I fly, as you know, a lot, so it's a constant thing for me.
Right. Getting that out. Okay. All right. And I'm just shooting energy in your system just to give you stamina. In the short run, do you have vitamin C and zinc? Go get some Ester C. You familiar with that?
Yeah, I do. I actually use that brand. I have some of that with me. I don't have any zinc with me, but I do have Ester C.
You can get zinc anywhere. Grocery store, drugstore, CVS, whatever. It's cheap. You get a bottle. I want you to take 50 milligrams of zinc and 1,000 of Ester C. And everybody, Ester C is buffered, which means it's easy on the stomach because it's acidic. But 1,000 of Ester C, Laura, 50 of zinc. I would take it 3 times a day while you're traveling. It's an immune booster. It's an amazing immune booster. And I would take it 2 or 3 times a day. And it's going to keep you healthy as you're traveling and heading home. And while those fires are still burning, I think they're only about 30% contained, last I heard.
Yeah.
You may want to stay on it just to keep the fact that you've got some stuff going on in your lungs that I just cleared out. I would stay on it in the short run. So 3 times a day, and I would just do it once a day.
I do take Ester C, but I kind of slowed down on it because I felt like it was triggering. I'm wondering if I have a little bit of SIBO because it seemed to just, I don't know, I would get kind of like a sour stomach feeling, even with it being buffered. So that's my only concern about taking that much of it.
Did you get nystatin?
I didn't.
Okay, go get some olive leaf extract. Going to help the store when you have a minute. The sour stomach is coming from the yeast more than the Ester C, is what I'm getting.
I think it is the yeast, but I think it actually kind of triggers the yeast is what I've gotten. So I think you're right, but I think if I take too much C, I get that feeling. So it's tricky because I want the C and I think it helps, but I don't want that feeling obviously either.
Okay. Well, try that. Try the olive leaf extract, or if you've got somebody maybe that's a client that's a physician that can call in a prescription for you, get nystatin tablets, and that's going to help with the yeast. That's going to help with the C. The C is the best immune booster I know.
Okay, great.
Okay, so
wonderful.
See if that. Okay,
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thanks.
You bet.
Yes, I will.
Thanks
it's
for
great.
calling.
Yeah,
and,
thanks for having me.
Thanksgiving. You bet.
You too. Take care.
Alrighty, let's see who's next. I believe our next caller is Miss Allie. Hi, Allie.
Hello.
How are you, girl?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm wonderful, thanks. Please tell everybody where you're calling from.
From Columbus, Ohio.
Yay, go Buckeyes.
Kate's my best friend, yes, who just called. Yes,
Oh.
so our daughters go to school together.
Wonderful.
And, yes. So I. But anyway,
thank you for suggesting that she call in.
Oh, of course. So mine kind of, it's kind of similar to hers. I feel like I'm on a roller coaster right now, like just with everything in my life, and I feel like I'm going downhill, I feel like everything's kind of like spiraling. So I'm hoping I'm making the right choices to get out of like this financial funk that I'm in. I'm in the process of trying to find a new job, and I'm hoping that I'm going to be offered with a bank. I'm hoping to be offered one. I have my second interview tomorrow. And I just want to make sure that, like, this is, like, the right path that I'm supposed to be on, that I'm, like, making the right choice, like, getting out of childcare and, like, not staying at home, but, like, I feel like, and also I want to know that, like, we're going to get out of this financial funk that we've been in forever, I feel, by me doing this. And, like, things are just going to start looking up here soon. And if my dad is telling me to do anything that I need to do, I really wish he was here for some advice.
I'm sure.
He's always my go-to.
Full disclosure, Allie's dad and his family grew up with my family in Columbus, in that same neighborhood in Worthington Hills.
Yes.
I was talking to her friend Kate about. And her mom and her grandmother and my mom were really dear friends as well. And her granddad and my dad were really dear friends, and they all went to high school together. And then, the families were all friends growing up. So, okay. So your dad's Marty. I know that because I knew Marty.
Yep.
So do you want to talk to him first, Allie?
Yes, always.
Always. All right. And tell everybody how long he's been gone.
We just had his 2-year heavenversary on October 13th.
Sweet. Did you get your mom yellow roses?
I got her a yellow rose at my wedding. So I gave I gave her a picture of my dad to sit next to her at the wedding.
Oh, how sweet. Because Allie got married recently. And you guys, when Allie and her mom called in the night that her dad had died, your dad had died earlier in the day, and the thing her dad said was he wanted her to give her mom a bunch of yellow roses from him. And oh my God, it was just a tearjerker. You can find it on, 2 years ago. You can find it.
It was really good.
Podcast. So,
and the meaning behind the yellow roses, was cool.
I don't even remember what that was. What was that, Allie?
It was sunshine, like sun, and my mom's obsessed with the sun, like. Ridiculous. Like anyone who knows my mom knows she's obsessed with the sun. She will, So it was just kind of like, interesting.
Yeah.
So.
And I knew her mom in high school. She was a few years before me in high school, but I hadn't talked to her or seen her for, decades.
Yeah.
And then I forget, I guess through your aunt, you found out about me, and so that's how we got all reacquainted, which was wild.
So crazy.
Small world. Yeah, small world. Okay, so your dad's standing to your right. Questions for him.
Am I doing everything to fix the rut I am in, really?
He thinks you need to stay at home. He thinks you need to be a stay-at-home mom. But that's what he's saying. So let's ask if it's in your best interest. So is it in Allie's best interest to be a stay-at-home mom? I'm getting a yes at this moment in time. Is it in Allie's best interest to work from home? Yes. Is it in Allie's best interest to work for a bank? Yes. Okay. So banks, a lot of them are let their people telecommute. A lot of them. If not every day, several days a week.
Yeah.
Because I know several people that do that. Some are they're home 3 or 4 days a week, and they go into the office one day or something.
Mm-hmm.
But if that's an option,
So I don't even know. Like, do you see me getting a job like this week? A job offer this week? I'm so stressed out.
It's not this week, Ellie. It'll be after the holiday. It'll be after Thanksgiving.
After Thanksgiving, okay.
It might be after Thanksgiving if you don't get it this week, but I believe there's one on the way to you at this right now. That's what I'm getting. Yeah.
Okay.
That there's a good chance that you will. So what's the job going to be in the bank?
I would just be a relationship banker, so just around people. I think I need to be around people. Like I think I'm depressed being at home all the time by myself.
Okay.
So I was trying to find something, but honestly, like it's just like impossible for me to be able to stay at home. I think making what I'm making, and I'm just getting kind of burnt.
Yeah, but I'm getting if you stay at home but do something online, something that you could do online. And if you need to be around people before your daughter gets home from school, go walk around Target or something. Go to the grocery store. It works. On the days when I'm home by myself, I do that. If Tim's out of town and I haven't seen people, I'll do that.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily buy anything. I just go walk around to be in the vibe with people.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's just the financial aspect.
Yeah. Is it in Allie's best interest to continue to do childcare as a profession? I'm getting a no.
Oh, thank God.
That's from your dad. It's from God, the universe, your deceased loved ones, angels, spirit guides, all of them.
Yeah.
Is it in Allie's best interest to go into the banking industry? I'm getting as a first step, that it'll lead to something else.
Okay.
I don't know that you'll stay in it long term, but it'll be a first step to lead to, it can lead to something else. I am getting that you need to be around adults instead of children as a profession. And I'm also getting that there is a manufacturing company that's a possibility. Have you applied for a job with a manufacturing company?
Like Whole Foods? Or
no, like a company that manufactures something, a product.
I think I've literally sent my resume out to 103 people now at this point. That's all I've been doing. So probably, I had a second interview today too with someone. So, and I just wasn't sure which one I should kind of go with, the banking one or this other one.
Well, see who gives you an offer. I mean, again, we're that it's a stepping stone to something else.
Yeah, stepping stone. But I guess like my all around thing is like, do you see me getting out of this financial rut that we've been in for like 8 years? And that like, because my dream is to be able to be we've always rented, so I want to own the home someday. All those things. I'm just.
What just came in, Allie, is get the book Financial Peace by Dave Ramsey.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you've read it, but get it.
No, but I've heard of it.
And read it.
Okay.
And that will help you and utilize his system.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
all right.
Yes,
well, have a happy Thanksgiving. Give my love to your mama.
Okay. Thank you so much.
And your relatives that know me.
I will. I will see Mary. Yes, I will tell her.
Okay. And Peg and Julie and Tim and all your aunts and uncles.
All of them. I will.
All righty.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ellie. Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye. You too. Bye-bye.
Oh, gosh, that was fun. Okay, we do this show every Thursday at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, and 5 Pacific. Call-in number 712-770-4160. Access code 533677#. You can find this information a whole bunch of different places. AskJulieRyan.com. Scroll down to the bottom of the homepage. You'll find it there. Anywhere you download podcasts, we're on about 40 networks, iTunes, Stitcher, iHeart, a bunch of them, Google Play. It's in the show notes. It's in the show notes on YouTube. The show Ask Julie Ryan is on YouTube. The show Ask Julie Ryan is on wherever you download podcasts. Of course, you can get it on my site as well. When you're on my site, sign up for my blog, and it's a question that I answer each week. Somebody has submitted online, and then I answer it and send that out. And then in the email, it's got information about the call-in numbers and stuff for the show. And then lastly, schedule an appointment when you're on my site, because then we'll have a whole hour to discuss whatever you want to talk about. I like to say I'm a businesswoman that learned how to do woo-woo, and I'm a buffet of psychicness. So what that means is we can talk to your deceased loved one, like what we just did with Allie. We talked to her deceased dad. We did job stuff. We talked about a lot of different things. So we can get information for you on a lot of different fronts. Okay, this week we got a question in, where the question that week was chosen was from Danya from Port Orchard, Washington. And she asked, "Hi, Julie, could I have a medical scan, please? After you scanned me in February of 2017, my headache went away the next month in March and has not returned." Fabulous news. In August of 2018, I had an MRI done of my brain. The results were normal, except there was fluid in my mastoid bone. Doctors still aren't sure what the fluid is or where it came from. Also, I think I saw an unruptured aneurysm at my Circle of Willis. What are your thoughts concerning these issues? I appreciate what you do. Thank you, Danya. And here's my response. Hi, Danya. Fluid in the mastoid bone, which is the bone directly behind the ear. So if you hit it feels like the base of your skull. It's that bone right behind your ear, where your earlobe is. Fluid in the mastoid bone is known as mastoiditis. Mastoiditis occurs when too much fluid is found in the mastoid air cells, which are a honeycomb-like structure filled with air that drain into the middle ear. When the middle ear becomes infected, the inflammation may pass into the mastoid cells, causing fluid buildup in the mastoid bone. That's not a typical question. Why do I have fluid in my mastoid bone? Not most people, so that's why I came up with the explanation here. Symptoms can include pain behind the ear, swelling or redness with a small protrusion behind the ear, fever, or drainage from the actual ear itself. The usual treatment for mastoiditis is a round of antibiotics. Now, from what I saw while scanning you, it looks like the issue is with your right ear. I saw in my mind's eye a small tear in your eardrum, most likely caused by an ear infection. I watched an energetic healing occur that drained the fluid in your mastoid and repaired your eardrum. Now, with regard to your comment about an unruptured aneurysm and Circle of Willis in your brain, an aneurysm is a balloon-like bulge of an artery wall, and the Circle of Willis is a ring or circle of arteries located at the base of the brain. The circle is important because it provides a form of backup in case any of the involved arteries is obstructed. So if one artery gets constricted or blocked, the flow of blood from the other arteries in the circle will most often be enough to preserve the necessary flow to the brain and prevent damage. While scanning you, although I didn't see, again in my mind's eye, an aneurysm, I did see a section on the lower right side of the Circle of Willis where the arterial wall looked thin. So, in order to prevent a possible aneurysm, because when those aneurysms rupture, you guys, you're dead really fast because you bleed out really fast. So I said, in order to prevent a possible aneurysm, I watched an energetic healing performed on you that inserted a polyester graft, which is a tube that opens and strengthens an artery. I saw a graft inserted into the thin section of the arterial wall. Having said all that, be smart and continue to consult with your doctors and get scans when necessary. I believe you'll be just fine. Okay, couple of things. A graft looks like a tube made out of fabric. Sometimes it'll be a vein that they'll get, or it'll be like a bovine or a porcine pig artery. Like a pig valve. You hear about doctors doing that in surgery. But a lot of times they'll use a synthetic polyester graft. And it reminds me of a sock if you take the foot part out and it's just a tube. And it goes in and it strengthens the walls of the artery. I've seen those put in surgery a lot. So that was interesting to me that Danya, she picked up that what she thought was a aneurysm wasn't, but it was a part of that arterial wall that was thin that could turn into an aneurysm. The other thing I thought was really interesting was my little sister Joan, my younger sister, died of a brain aneurysm about this time in 2010. And we buried her on her 50th birthday on November 19th, and today's the 15th. So I thought it was interesting that question came up for me to answer today when it's the 8th anniversary almost to the day, pretty much to the day, of when my sister had her brain aneurysm. She lived on life support for a few days in the hospital, and it was awful. It was horrible. It was a horrible experience. Lots of miracles happened, but just so painful for the whole clan. And so I thought all those things were interesting when they came up. Thanks, Donya, for your question. I think you're going to be just fine. Okay, let's see who else we can get in this evening. I believe our next caller is Patty. Hi, Patty.
Hi, Julie. Hi. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm fine. It's snowing here in New York.
Oh, my gosh. Are you getting a lot or a little?
Here where I live in Queens, near Kennedy Airport, we got 3 to 6 inches. So New York City.
That's a lot.
So, yeah. I'm calling from Queens, New York. So I just want to let you know that you were correct in a prediction that you made back in June. I asked you because you said to me that I was concerned because hurricane season started, and every year I was worried about hurricane. You said New York City is not going to get a hurricane, and you were correct. New York City was not stricken with a hurricane. Thank God. Okay. So I was worried about that. Second thing, since I'm looking at all the weather forecasts for the winter, they're predicting up here in New York City to have blizzard-like conditions. What do you see for New York City?
Doesn't New York City have blizzard-like conditions pretty much every year? I mean, It's rare that you guys don't get a bunch of snow, isn't it?
No, it depends. Like some years we don't have snow. For a few years we don't have snowstorms, and then there's years we do have, like 2011, the day after Christmas. 2000. They just talked about this on TV this morning. The day after Christmas in 2010, we had a 20-inch snowstorm, and then from then on we had blizzards in 2011.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So will 2019 produce a blizzard, one or more blizzards in New York City? I get a yes, Patty. What are you been reading the almanac or something?
Yeah. I mean, the Farmer Almanac, the new Farmer, go online on YouTube, and you have actual weathermen, the meteorologists, forecasting for the winter of the 2018, 2019, and they're predicting that the Northeast area, and New York, that includes New York City, and just underneath New York City, that part, we're supposed to be snowier than normal. So will New York City shut down the subways when this happens, the blizzard?
Yeah, but there isn't anything you can do about it, so there's no reason to fret. Just get a cute coat, get your boots, get a cute outfit to wear outside, and, it's all good.
I know. It's just that for me, it's just that if there's a blizzard, because what happened in 2016, I was thankful. It was my first day on my vacation. It was a Saturday. Queens, New York had 30 inches of snow. And our mayor decided at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, asking the MTA to please shut down the subways.
Right.
So it's
were you out of town already by then?
No, I was home. And my brother works in Madison Square Garden. So I was so concerned about him because, I don't know, there was some type of concert or something that night, and Mayor de Blasio was asking, our mayor of New York City asked MTA to please shut down the subway because it's dangerous. So my brother was let go. My brother was told to go home. They shut down Madison Square Garden at that time. But the point is, will it be like when these blizzards hit, will we know like the night before that MTA will...
Yes. You'll have plenty of warning. You will be just fine. And just focus on that you guys are going to enjoy the snow and everything's going to be just fine. So we
I
make
have a
up
niece.
the future anyways. So make
Right.
up good stuff. Yeah. So
Right.
you'll be fine.
But do you see like more than one or two or three? Like two? Do you see 2011 repeating? Oh God, we have
I
like
get a
16.
no on that, Patty. I get a no on that. But will New York City experience a blizzard in the winter of 2019? Yes. In the winter of 2018, no. So I think you're cool through the end of the year, and then I think you may get one at the beginning of the year. So thank you for calling. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
You too.
And take care, and I hope the snow melts fast for you.
All right. Thank you.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
take care. Bye-bye. Okay, let's see who else we got. I think Natalicia. Hi, Natalicia.
Oh, hey. Hi, Julie.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
Good. Please tell everybody where you're calling from.
Yes, I'm calling from Hilton Head Island in South Carolina.
Right. Got a quick question for me?
Yes, I do. I have plenty, but I'm going to ask you this quickly. Would you be able to see if I have this deal of on the pipeline that it seems to be going right, in completion, and I was wondering if you could, if there's a way for you to kind of validate what I'm seeing to or what I feel, and if it's going to be an opening for many more to come.
So this is a business deal?
Oh, yes. Sorry, yes. It's a real estate deal. Yes.
So will Natalicia's real estate deal close, I guess, huh? Will Natalicia's the real estate deal that Natalicia is currently working on close and be successful? I get a yes. Will it lead to other opportunities for other deals that will be successful? I get a yes. That's exciting. Wonderful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. I get a yes on all the around. Okay. All right. Well, happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks
for calling.
You. Appreciate it.
Alrighty.
Thank you. You're
Bye-bye.
always wonderful to me. Bye.
You too. Bye-bye. All right. Let's see who else we got. Miss Susie. Hi, Suze.
Hi, Julie. Thanks so much for taking my call. I'm calling from the San Francisco Bay Area, and I have a different kind of question for you today. I lost my hearing aid last Friday after I used it Thursday night at an Angel Circle, and I'm just wondering if you can tell where it might be or if I should just order a new one. I don't know whether. Okay.
Order a new one. I think it ended up in the trash.
Oh, okay. Because I figured I backtracked, and it could have been at any of the stores could have swept it up. It's so small, so that helps because then I really trust what you say, and so I'll quit looking and go ahead and get it ordered. So at least it's covered under warranty, and I just have a small deductible. So thank you. Really appreciate that.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you too. Take good care.
Take care.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
You bet. All righty. And then I think our next caller is LaShonda. Hi, LaShonda.
Hi, Julie.
How are you, girl?
I'm doing well, I gotta say.
Good. Where are you calling from?
West Palm Beach, Florida.
West Palm. Yeah. So what, you got a question for me?
Sure. Just maybe a quick one. Is it possible you might be able to just give me a little insight into how my hormones are actually affecting my weight?
Sure. Yeah. Are you on hormone replacement therapy?
No.
Are you taking bioidenticals?
No.
No. Okay. Are you thinking about it?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, well, they absolutely affect your weight. I mean, absolutely. Like, when women get older and their hormones decline, that's when we all get the spread. We all gain weight if we don't have our hormones working properly. So, what's the question? If LaShonda decides to get on bioidentical hormones, will it help her lose weight? I get a yes. Is her excess weight caused by lack of hormones? Yes. What else do you want to know? along those lines?
Well,
does that pretty much address it?
That was pretty much it as far as, weight was concerned. I kind of had a feeling because nothing else really changed, as far as my diet or exercise or what have you. So I figured it must have been attributed to maybe hormones. I was just,
Yeah, you want to be on the bioidenticals, LaShonda, because they are going to be the exact match of what our body makes when we're young and fertile and popping out babies or having the ability to pop out babies. And the synthetic hormones have extra molecules added to their formulas so that they can be patented. And we want to do what the body recognizes. So do bioidenticals. To find a doctor, I really hope that you find a board-certified OBGYN that knows what they're doing with these, with the bioidenticals, number one. Number two, you can go to a4m.com. A as in apple, 4 as in the number, M as in Mary, a4m.com. Stands for the American Association of Anti-Aging Medicine. And look at the docs there. So I'm going to need to run, but you have a wonderful Thanksgiving and check out the bioidenticals. Thanks for calling.
Thank you.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, with that, everybody, we are out of time for this evening. Remember, next week we will not do a live show, but I will have a pre-recorded show with J.A. Plosker. You guys are going to love him. He is just such a doll and has so many wonderful things to say that really cut to the chase and make things understandable, and he makes complex theories make sense easily. So I think you'll really enjoy that. And in the meantime, have a wonderful Thanksgiving with your family and loved ones, and be grateful for all the wonderful blessings in your life. I'm grateful certainly for all of you. Really appreciate everybody that calls into the show. Really appreciate everybody that listens to the show. So go onto AskJulieRyan.com, schedule a private consult, and then I'll get to have you all to myself for a whole hour, and I'll look forward to that. So take care, everybody. Till next time. Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us. Be sure to follow Julie on Twitter at AskJulieRyan and like her on Facebook at AskJulieRyan. For information on how you can ask Julie your question, please visit AskJulieRyan.com.